Good morning, Monday morning here. Well, last night I was sitting in my shop here listening to the 80 meter band, and nothing much on it, but there was a couple of stations that came in good enough to listen to. They haven't been coming in too good the last couple of weeks. Conditions aren't that good. Anyways, I was sitting here listening and not doing too much else. Just that's a lot of times I'll come in and I'll put the radio on and listen to them, because I can do that better here. Not only because I got the long wire outside, but I'm away from all these switching power supplies that are in the house, like the closed circuit surveillance cameras and so forth. Generate so much noise, and the computer and so forth, that it's virtually impossible to listen to them. And of course I have to unplug my dehumidifier. But anyways, it was about maybe 6:30 last night. Yes, last night. When it's dark, I don't care if it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. When it's dark at that hour, it is nighttime as far as I'm concerned. I was sitting here and then I heard a heavy rumble, like something hit something. And I had my big flashlight, and about 5 feet from the back of the shed here, a big, huge limb came down with dead leaves on it. I can't tell where it came from. It wasn't an actual tree. It was a limb, and it's probably about maybe probably 4 or 5 inches in diameter at least. If it hit the shed, it could do a lot of damage, because there's only 2x4s up there on the trusses. Of course, if it hit our house, it would probably go right through the roof, because there's only 2x2s in the trusses on the mobile home. Yes, 2x2s. I was shocked when we had our roof done in 2011, and that's all there was up there. But anyways, needless to say, we're on edge here because we got a few dead trees here, at least 2 that I know of, that could come down, and there's nothing I can do. I don't own the land, so, you know. I'm going to take you out there and show you. I'm going to have to try to cut it up, and all I've got is a handsaw, which would kill me sawing it. I feel like I'm going to drop dead after doing it. Or I got that electric pole saw that I bought at Jewett City earlier this year, which has stripped out plastic gears in it, and I'm not going to go buying gears for it and fixing it up. Anyways, plastic gears, it's only going to strip out again. So it does work, but sometimes when you start it, it goes and the chain don't move. And so you got to keep playing with it to get it going. I'm going to have to drag out a 100-foot 12-gauge wire extension cord, which is very heavy, and drag it out there and put the and cut it up so that I can move it back. I either have to do that, or I have to take and I don't have a block and tackle. I do have a come along, but by the time you get through hooking up the ropes and everything else, and a come along only moves a few inches at a time, better off just dragging the cord out there and trying to chop it up, and hopefully that saw don't fail me completely. I do have I still have that chainsaw, but I'm very, very scared of using a chainsaw, because the one I've got, I can't remember the brand now. I made a video on it several years back. But it's a SOB to start. It don't run right. You know how it is with me and 2-cycle engines. Speaking of that, I cleaned out the yard again and got the yard looking really good, and the park owner did the other side. He did a great job on that. So the yard is looking really good, but the leaf blower, no changes have been made, but it would only run on half choke, but it worked great. So we live with it. The first time you saw that Echo working, it worked, started out on half choke, but when I opened the choke, it was perfect. It stayed good, but no matter how long I ran that this last time, which was day before yesterday, off camera, it wanted to die out, so I had to leave it on half choke, which is the story of my life. Everything I have has to run on half choke. Just about. So far, the Champion generator runs with the choke full open. But all the small engines that I have, 2-cycle, I have a weed whacker, and I have the Echo leaf blower, and those have to run on half choke. So that's just the way it is with them. There is no adjustment on the Echo, as I told you before. Anyways, so I'll probably be doing that. I might make a little video of it, but let me take you out there. As you can see, the yard is really nice and clean. I hit it again, not yesterday, the day before. And the leaves blew off the roof. And I got a little section of gutter that you can probably see up there over the air conditioner, and that's because we used to get water in the house when it, so I had a little 10-foot section of gutter that I put up there years ago. So everything's nice and clear. The only thing is underneath the deck, there's a lot of leaves, and I literally have to get under there with a rake and everything. I'm not going to do that. My long wire is still up there. It's only 35 feet long. Now we're going to be in the sun again, but let's swing you over here, and there it is. That's what I heard last night. And I was out here with a flashlight, and I picked up, it's very hard to hold a flashlight and pick up branches, and I was picking up some things. But it's dead. Definitely, dead. So, my scrap wood pile, I got to get rid of that. That's garbage wood. So, I can't pull it. I tried last night. I can't move that. But I had a flashlight in my hand, so I was really only pulling with one arm. So, I don't know where it came from. I can't tell if that tree is dead or not, because, all the leaves are off of it. But this one had the leaves on it. The leaves just died on the tree. This one here seems to be, it's probably alive and the leaves fell off the tree. I would say it probably did not come from that. So let me, all the leaves, I have to rake them somewhere. This one here I chopped up the last time a branch came down, and I used the electric chainsaw on that. But I don't know where this came from, because this is the... Oh man, that's heavy. I would say that's about 5-6 inches in diameter. So, if that the electric chainsaw don't let me down, I can do something with it, because physically I can't move that. But I have no idea where it came from. because this is where it landed. I wasn't able to move it at all, and it didn't come off of this. I think this is a birch here, so it certainly didn't come off of that, because this is oak. This is oak. So it just snapped off, and it wasn't a tree. In other words, there's no stump here. It was a branch from something, but where it came from, I don't know. It's a good question. Now that's a small baby. If that thing came down on our house, it would probably go through the roof, because 2x2s, 2x2 trusses is what's in there. Believe it or not, I bet the shed roof is stronger than a mobile home. Because I know of at least 2 dead trees that are within striking distance of the house. I may try to cut that, but before I do, I'll probably try to pull this, but I don't think I'm going to be able to pull this. But I have no idea where it came from. Now this one here was here. This came down, and I have no idea where it came from either. But this I pulled back because I managed to cut it with the electric chainsaw, so I was able to pull this back. So this was way up here. So it could have come from this one here, or it could have come from the one to the left of it, which is here, but it's hard to tell if these are dead or not. This is a live branch here. So this is not part of it. It came down on top of a sapling. Okay. Now it moves, but it would take a couple of strong guys to pull this back here. All right, I didn't get out my 12 gauge wire, 100 foot. I think this is 18, I'm not sure. 50 foot added to the 25 feet here, because it's very, very hard for me to get that 100 foot out of there. Now getting on my hands and knees and digging it out from the side of the shed. I'm ready to record, and the tripod's sitting over there in the leaf pile, and the cord is ready to be hooked up. The primer bulb is broken on the chainsaw, so that's the way I got it. It doesn't push in, it just broke, so I had to put a little piece of plastic bag and screw the cap down on top of that. I filled it with oil, but you can't get the oil to come out there, so I have to pour it all over the chain. So if the gears don't give me trouble, I'm going to try to cut this. If not, I'll be doing it by hand, and I probably will not do that on video. I'll get you set up on a tripod. All right. We'll get the chainsaw. Mix some oil. I've got a lot of cord here. So we have no idea how it's going to work. Oh, let's see. far the gears aren't stripping out. Stopped the chain that time and the gear motor kept going. I can manage these. No, you can still see me. Let me move you over a little bit. I think you can see me. I'll be behind that tree there. See? All right. All right, I'm just going to be dragging them into the woods as much as I can. And if I have to cut more, I will. I doubt I'll be able to move it, but we'll give it a try. This one here was a sapling that was not dead, but it got knocked down with the dead tree. Too heavy. We might be able to move it. That chain kept stopping when it got pinched, and the gears are definitely stripped in it. I'm really surprised it did as good as it did. I will not use a gas one even if I can get it going. I'm terrified of if you happen to hit something going down on the nose of it, it could kick back and hit you right in the head or take an arm off. I'm terrified of gas chainsaws. I feel safer with an electric. The rest is just raking up, so we're going to end this video now, and like I say, I'm just going to be raking up. We don't need to be doing that on camera. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.